Hey, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Katana Institute channel, where we guide empaths, lightworkers, starseeds, and awakened ones through the real path of soul evolution and divine mastery.
And if you've had a spiritual awakening and feel like, what now? You're in the right place because today we're going to talk about why awakening is not the final destination and what actually moves you forward along your soul's true path.
Because awakening might be the spark, but it's what you do with that spark that shapes your journey. Hi, I'm Anna Reina.
And I'm Dr. Katana. Let's start at the beginning. So, awakening often feels like a shock to the system, like the veil gets ripped off, and suddenly everything you thought you knew starts to unravel. Your inner world shifts, and the outer world starts to look pretty foreign.
Yeah, like you don't even recognize it. For some, it's blissful. Signs from the universe, you're getting your angel numbers, synchronicities, divine messages. These are all really great reassurances. But then you also, because of that, feel supported, even magical. But for others, it's more like a dark night of the soul where you question your sanity, your identity, your place in this world. And that's okay because awakening isn't always graceful. It's powerful, and power tends to disrupt, and that's the whole point of it, is that everything is beginning to change.
So you might feel, or you might just begin to see through the illusions of the matrix. You start sensing energy. Some of you realize you've been so asleep, and now you're wide awake and raw, open. And the funny thing is, like, once you're awakened or once you're up from the sleep, you can't even see it in a different way. You're trying to say, why aren't others seeing it
Yeah,
the way I'm
there's no
seeing it?
turning
There's
back.
no turning
There's no
back.
turning
So
back.
once you see it, you cannot unsee it.
Yeah.
That's how I always say it.
Yeah. So let's name some common awakening symptoms. Some of these you might have seen before, some of these might be new, but some signs that your soul is trying to get your attention. Okay, so one would be like you feel an inner calling that won't go away, like you're meant for something more. It's a strong pull, it's a strong nudge, and it's something you can't ignore or push down or, ignore anymore. It's just something that's so apparent.
The universal wake up call.
Mhm.
Usually these are numbers 1111 or 111. You see them all the time. It's sort of like when you are on the other side and you are saying to yourself, well, when I get to Earth and I'm not awakened yet, please give me the
The
this
code,
is like the
the
alarm.
Morse code, the Morse code,
So
1111.
111 or 1111, you see it all the time. You're like, what does it even mean? And then all of a sudden you either look them up and or someone tells you what they mean, and then you're like, ah.
It's something resonates about
Yeah,
it.
it's like
Yeah.
deep down inside.
Yeah. Another one is you become more sensitive to people, to crowds, to certain foods, or even sounds. Things that never bothered you before begin to bother you, like volume or busyness, or just how you're feeling with certain things, like the food don't taste the same as it used to, or you don't like certain jokes like you used to. It's pretty, everything starts to come, yeah, basically really more sensitive.
She knew some smokers, a few friends way back in the day when they were smoking cigarettes, and all of a sudden, from one day to the next, they're like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, I used to look like a Christmas tree. So I was like, oh, I had lots of jewelry around me. And then from one day to the next, I'm like, I'm done. I didn't need that, whatever that was, and I thought I needed. I didn't need it anymore.
Yeah,
So
I wish I would do that with my sugar addiction. Just wake up and like, no, you don't need sugar anymore. I'm
it's
still waiting for that day. Okay. Another one is emotional waves hit you out of nowhere. So grief, anger, joy, nostalgia, sometimes all at once. So this is where basically you're going through that emotional roller coaster, and it can go back and forth, almost bipolar even.
hmm.
And it can take you by surprise, and you're gonna be like, what the heck is wrong with me? But yeah, those are some of the types of bouncing around that you might be going through.
So you empaths, you know this all too well when you are seeking and craving solitude. But now it's like a level up for all the others who are not empaths.
Or
But you feel
introverts,
or
yeah.
introverts, you just know that you need just some alone time. And also sometimes other people around you, they don't resonate with you either, or places even.
They used to go to, yeah.
But most of all, you just want to have that solitude. So you just want to go within.
And let's be real, it can feel lonely,
Mhm.
right? I mean, the solitude, the symptoms, and you might feel like you're shedding layers of yourself, and the people around you just don't understand what you're becoming. And that's hard because these are people that you love, people that have been with you for years, even your partners. So you
Mhm.
might even start remembering things you've never even studied, ancient truths, soul memories, or past life surfacing in dreams or meditations. So as you begin to open up, this remembering starts to happen, and it can go all the way past generations, ancient truths, or anything like that. So it's pretty tripping when you start opening up.
Right. But here's where so many get stuck. They think awakening is the arrival. They're like, holler, I'm awake now, so everything should make sense. But it doesn't. You should be happy, healed, aligned. That's the trap. Awakening opens the door, but you still have to walk the path. It doesn't clear the karmic patterns, it doesn't instantly dissolve your fears,
Yeah.
and it doesn't heal childhood wounds, trauma, and it really doesn't heal or silence the ego. So it takes a lot of inner work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. So the
Mhm.
awakening is just the beginning. So when you awaken, you start looping. So you start feeling unmotivated, overwhelmed, or like you've hit a wall. And it's not that you're doing something wrong. It's usually a sign that you're being called into deeper levels of integration and embodiment. This is your calling.
So let's talk about what does move you forward. It's not just reading spiritual books or collecting crystals like some of us do, although those can be part of the journey. It's about learning how to alchemize your awakening into your daily alignment.
Yeah, and there are 5 phases that we share from the Katana Institute that can help maneuver through your soul journey. So the first one's awaken, the
Mhm.
second one is heal, the third one's empower, fourth embody, and 5 evolve.
And through each phase, a shift will happen within, not just in your vibration, but in your reactions.
Mhm.
You stop reacting to trauma and start responding from within, from your soul, and no longer you chase alignment because you are becoming one.
That's right. So no more hustling, no more chasing, no more looking, no more searching outside of yourself. You have become aligned to your true and
And
highest
that's the
source.
secret,
That's
actually.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's the whole point
that's
of
the whole
it. Yeah.
point.
This is the deeper path we teach inside the Katana Institute. Awakening is just phase 1. From there, it's about healing, deep healing, really getting down to the core of what's weighing you down, empowering yourself, finding your center, finding your strength, embodiment, stepping into this path that you're meant to live, and then finally evolving into your higher frequency.
All right, in our next video, we'll walk you through the 5 phases of soul evolution, a map for all empaths, lightworkers, starseeds, and awakened ones to navigate through this sacred journey. So you've been asking, why do I still feel stuck? Or what's next for me? And you don't want to miss it.
Yeah. And if this resonated with this video, hit the subscribe button below and tap the bell. We're going to deep dive every week, and this is a safe space to feel seen, supported, and spiritually activated.
And of course, as usual, we love to hear from you in the comments. What was your awakening moment? When did you realize you were waking up?
That's always a good one. You always remember that point in time. And we'll read every single comment. We check it all the time, truly. So thank you for being with us. Join in the conversation because you're not alone, and this journey is just beginning. All right, so buckle up.
Until next time.
Bye.